Hannah, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you're new here. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Hannah. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out me and my YouTube channel. If this is your first time being here, you are in for a treat because today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. I love doing these and I love letting y'all get to know me just a little bit more. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be taking questions from my Twitter and my YouTube community tab. Now, if you would like to do these Q&A or participate them in the future, be sure to subscribe to my channel and also be sure to follow me on my social media links down in the description box below to keep tabs on when I will be doing a Q&A for December. So the very first question that I have comes from Twitter, and this person has asked me two questions. The first one is, what are some good memories and outcomes that you had from this year? And two, what are your fave hygiene products and what are you currently using? So my good memories that I had from this year is, number one, I started a TikTok, and that's been really fun. I got to go to the zoo earlier in the year, which I'm really glad that we did that before everything broke out with the pandemic. So I did get to do that, and I turned 25, which I was really excited about turning 25. I had a lot of plans for this year. Didn't really pan out that well. But some of my good outcomes is that because I did start a TikTok, I now have been making a little bit of extra money, and I also got my AdSense back here on YouTube as well. So I've been bringing in a little bit of an income for myself, which has been a huge thing for me because I've always wanted to be financially independent. And I'm nowhere near financially independent yet, but I'm slowly getting there. So I'm really happy about that. My fave hygiene products are I really like this one body wash, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, so I'll have a picture up here on the screen of what it looks like, but it just smells really good and just light and floral. I normally don't like floral scents, but this body wash, it actually smells really good, and it doesn't smell super floral, which is why I love it. And another thing that I've been really into as well is I've gotten back into the oh gosh, what is that called? The Pantene hair and the shampoo and the conditioner little combo. I've gotten back into that recently. I love the Bore charcoal face wash. I really like these little blemish things that I got from Walmart the other day. They're these little, they're like little strips, so you just cut them, and then you put them on your blemish, and then they like help dissolve your blemishes away. I'm going to do like a whole review on those, so I don't really want to go into too much detail about those, but yeah, that is some of my favorite hygiene products, and that is my good things that have happened to me this year. Thank you so much for asking this question, and I really hope that I did the best to answer it for you. Alrighty, my next question is coming from the YouTube community tab. Someone wants to know, did you ever imagine you'd be popular on YouTube? Were you nervous when you first began? Will you ever come out with your own eyeshadow palette? Is this too many questions? Do you know who I am? I am your Facebook friend, C. Jones. Actually, yes, I do know who you are. I did it first when I was reading all these questions. No, you did not ask me too many questions, so no, I did not ever think that I would get popular, I guess, on YouTube. I still kind of don't consider myself popular on YouTube, but I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird to think that, like, I have as many subscribers as I do. This honestly just kind of, like, started on a whim. I didn't really think that a lot of people was going to watch me, and I was very nervous when I first began, mostly because I was a little bit discouraged because I had a lot of negative people around me at that time, and they were all telling me that I didn't mean to begin and that, you know, nobody was going to watch me, blah, 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 cut those people out of my life, and I continued on with my YouTube channel, and honestly, my YouTube channel has been such a positive experience, and I'm at least glad that those people, well, they really weren't right about a lot of things, but the YouTube channel and nobody liking me on my YouTube channel definitely was not something that they were right on. I mean, everybody's going to have people that don't like them, but, you know, at least I've done as good for myself as I have done. I definitely was not expecting to do this good, which is awesome, and I would love to come out with my own eyeshadow palette in the future. I have a tab a notes tab in my phone of all of the like eyeshadow names and shades that I want and just stuff like that. So yeah, I really want to have an eyeshadow palette in the future, so fingers crossed that happens. Here's a really good question to get us into the spirit. Hey Hannah, I'm curious what you're most looking forward to during the holidays. Also, what is your Christmas list if you celebrate? Yes, we celebrate Christmas in my home. So really the only thing that I would really like this Christmas is a new laptop. My laptop is really, really old, and I've had it since I was probably 13 or 14 years old. I actually saved up and bought it myself, and I was going to do the same this year, but my mom encouraged me not to do that because she was kind. That would be like a really good gift, so fingers crossed that I get a laptop because I actually really need one. It would help me out a lot with my YouTube and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to it since, I was able to have a little bit of an income this year and get a little bit of the savings going up. I did use some of my savings, and I was able to buy gifts for some people in my life this year, so I can't wait to mail them all out their gifts and give them their gifts because that is going to be really fun. I also am more excited about decorating than ever this year because I got a ton of new decor as well, and I'm really, really excited. I'm going to be doing an all-new theme for my room for Christmas. I cannot wait to set that up because it's going to be so pretty. So yeah, that is definitely the two things that I am most excited for about this Christmas, and I want to know what are some things that y'all are excited for about the holidays as well. Alright, and then my next question, someone wants to know what kind of products would you recommend for someone who is new to makeup or just wants to improve their technique. So I would definitely suggest investing in some good makeup brushes. Now, I say investing, but investing doesn't really mean that you have to go out and spend a ton of money on a bunch of makeup brushes. I have some eyeshadow brushes in particular that I really love from Amazon, and I'll have them linked down below where you can purchase them. They come in all different shapes and sizes. They're perfect for creating any type of an eyeshadow look that you want to achieve. I would also really recommend the Morphe palettes. In particular, the two that I would recommend is the Jaclyn Hill palette, her original palette, because it has a lot of neutral shadows in it for everyday wear. But you can also have fun with the pops of color that is in there as well, and just really create really fun and really beautiful looks with that palette. And another palette that I would also recommend is the James Charles palette. Now that palette is very bold and very, very colorful, but it's very pigmented. I was really impressed with the pigment in that palette. It is phenomenal, and you can create some really pretty colorful looks in the palette. And then there is a bunch of drugstore products out there that I love. I've actually done a bunch of reviews on a bunch of different products that I've recommended in the past. And if you want to, you can go out and watch those reviews and those first impressions, because I literally just have way too many foundations and just stuff like that to even begin to recommend. So those are probably the three products that I recommend off the top of my head. Is invest in some really good Amazon brushes, and to also invest in those two eyeshadow palettes, and trust me, you will be looking #flawless. Someone really wants to know, how do you stay motivated? I have a hard time. I have such a hard time too a lot of the time staying motivated, but something that does kind of keep me motivated is my YouTube channel, because this is something that I'm very passionate about. So I feel like if you have something that you're passionate about, it's a little bit easier to get up in the morning and to get up and want to get motivated and want to do something. So I would really recommend maybe starting a hobby. Start doing something that you've always wanted to do, or maybe do something that you've never thought about doing before. Who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it, and maybe it'll kind of kick you into gear. It'll give you a passion, and you'll want to get up every morning and be motivated. But also, don't beat yourself up if you aren't always motivated, because nobody in real life is always motivated. It's definitely important to just kind of take a chill day if your body just feels like it. I took one the other day. I did nothing but played Xbox all day. That's also something that I enjoy to do. So it's okay to not always be motivated all the time. Don't beat yourself up over that. And my very last question is, what inspires your makeup looks? Do you have a favorite time period, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, extra, or style of makeup? Also, I love you and your channel. I love you too. Thank you so much for checking me out. So I get inspired to do my makeup looks from like various different places. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. I get a lot of inspiration from Instagram. I also get a lot of inspiration just myself by looking at a palette. I'll kind of swatch colors on the back of my hand, and I'll be like, oh, that looks really cute together. That looks really good together. So it's just kind of half and half. And probably my favorite time period for makeup would have to be the 50s. I don't really like the 50s in a whole, though. I think there was a lot of, obviously, really messed up morals, but the 50s time period for makeup was really pretty. I'm actually doing a TikTok right now where I'm doing a bunch of different, like, looks inspired by different decades, so I've been having to look on Google a lot. Thank God for Google, because I've been having to Google a lot of stuff that was like popular for each decade, and I'm really struggling with like the 70s and the 80s. But anyway, it has nothing to do with your question. But really though, the style of makeup that I do like, all in all, is just really colorful makeup. Like, I love really bold, really bright, colorful eyeshadow looks, as y'all probably know from my YouTube channel. I also like very minimalistic looks like I got going on today, so I'm very half and half with my makeup. I just love makeup in general and just having fun and expressing. Alrighty, y'all, so that is it for this month's Q&A. I had a lot of fun creating this video and answering y'all's questions this month. Y'all asked me some really good ones. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're down there as well, because I'm here for you with new videos every Thursday, Saturdays, and Mondays at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also give me a follow over on social media as well, so that way you can keep up with me, you can keep tabs on me, and I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of times when you hit that subscribe button and you hit the bell notification, you don't always get notified every single time I upload a video. That's just something that's going on with YouTube right now. So I do strongly encourage y'all to go over and follow me on my social media, just so that way you can keep a tab on when I am posting videos, because I always post my new videos over on my social media links. So be sure to go follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, so that way you really can be in the 411 for when I upload and post my new videos. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you all in Monday's video. Bye, my little unicorn.